this video, Simon Sinek talks about how asking for assistance is not always simple.
Tell someone I need help. Like, I think it's one of these skills that is becoming fast lost, especially amongst a younger generation, which is the skill to ask for help. We're all trying to act so tough. This nation over-indexed on the whole rugged individualism thing, where we define success as individual success. And most of our metrics, most of our incentives in almost every job are individual incentives. There's no team bonus, there's an individual bonus if you hit your numbers, I think we've overdid it, quite frankly. And I think the pendulum needs to come back, and we have to remember that we're a team. We're members of teams, we're members of families, we're members of communities, we're members of societies. And this is where Maslow got it wrong. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. He says, fundamentally at the bottom of the pyramid is food and shelter. It can't be right. And at the top, you have self-actualization. I'm all self-actualized looking down at the rest of you who aren't at the top of the pyramid. What about shared actualization? And the mistake he made is that there's a paradox, which is every moment of every day, we are both individuals and members of groups. And every day we have to reconcile that. Do I put myself first at the expense of someone else, or do I prioritize someone else at the expense of myself? And the answer is, you're right and you're wrong. And there's a whole group of people that says, no, you always take care of yourself first, because if you're not healthy, you can't help others. And there's another group of people that says, no, you always help others first, because unless you help them, they won't be there for you. It's a paradox. It doesn't work. It's not so clean. And this is what we have to reconcile every day. And this is why finding balance and managing it and the stresses and strains, but the challenge of asking for help and relying on our community really, really matters. My definition of faith is that knowing you're on a team, even when you don't know who all the players are. We are surrounded by people who love us and will take care of us. You just have to ask sometimes, because sometimes they don't know that we need it.
Acts of kindness, acts of generosity is how simple it is to make people feel good. I was walking down the streets of New York City, and a guy walking in front of me, his backpack opened and a bunch of paper fell out on the street. I didn't think much of it. I bent down, I gathered up the papers, handed them back to him, and pointed out that his bag had opened. Now, in our bodies, there's a chemical called oxytocin. Oxytocin is responsible for all the warm and fuzzies, unicorns and rainbows. It's responsible for all the warm feelings and connectedness we have with each other. Friendship, love. Huge amounts of oxytocin surge through a woman's body as she gives birth. This is what is responsible for the mother-child bond. Oxytocin binds human beings. There are many ways to get oxytocin. One of them is acts of kindness and acts of generosity. It feels good when we do something nice for someone. It feels good when someone does something nice for us. On this particular day, I did something for someone with no expectation of anything in return. I got a little surge of oxytocin. I felt good. He turned to me and he said, "Thank you." It feels nice when someone does something for us with no expectation of anything in return. He felt good. I walked to the end of the street. I'm waiting to cross the street. And a total stranger who happened to be standing next to me said, "I saw what you did back there. That was really cool." As it turns out, witnessing an act of generosity, and he felt good. And the best part about oxytocin is the more oxytocin we have in our bodies, the more generous we become. It is Mother Nature's way of trying desperately to get us to look after each other. I can guarantee you that that man who witnessed what I did something nice for somebody that day simply because he saw someone do something nice for somebody that day. So what if we commit to do something nice for someone with no expectation of anything in return? Imagine what happens at work. Imagine what happens at home. Imagine what happens with our friends.
In one of his speeches, he emphasizes the ability he thinks people need to master in order to become good leaders. The capacity for empathy is the capacity to comprehend and experience another's emotions. It entails being able to empathize with others, perceive things from their viewpoint, and respond to situations with kindness and understanding. Empathy, in Sinek's opinion, is essential for developing relationships with others as well as being a key element of good leadership. Empathetic leaders are better able to establish rapport with their team members, foster trust, and foster a productive work atmosphere. Additionally, they are more likely to be able to see problems that their team members may be having address them, and come up with solutions that satisfy everyone. Sinek offers a number of methods for cultivating empathy as a talent, including pay attention before you speak. The ability to listen to others is among the most crucial components of empathy. This entails truly listening to what they have to say. You can better comprehend people's viewpoints and show that you value their opinions when you take the time to listen to them. Pose inquiries. Asking questions is a terrific technique to demonstrate your interest in and your desire to comprehend their viewpoints. Another way to get people to open up more about their thoughts and emotions is to ask open-ended questions. One must pay attention to both the speaker's body language and voice tone in addition to what they are saying. You can comprehend their feelings and intentions better by doing this. Be compassionate. It takes more than merely comprehending another person's viewpoint to be empathetic. Additionally, it entails demonstrating your concern for their well. You can forge closer bonds with others and foster a more positive work atmosphere by displaying compassion. Practice taking a perspective. Putting yourself in another person's shoes and observing things from their point of view is known as perspective taking. This can be especially useful when you disagree with someone else's point of view. You might be able to identify some points of agreement and collaborate more successfully if you take the time to grasp their viewpoint. In conclusion, mastering the skill of empathy is crucial for effective leadership and creating enduring bonds with people. People can improve their empathy and ability to connect with others by listening, asking questions, engaging in active listening, demonstrating compassion, and developing perspective taking skills. Asking for assistance is not always simple. In fact, it is frequently more disheartening than putting up a brave face and acting, but it's crucial to keep in mind the benefits of community solidarity, particularly in today's environment where we have placed such a high value on tenacious independence. Simon Sinek investigates how compassion may have a profound effect on both our personal and professional life. Kindness, in Sinek's opinion, is more than merely a nice deed. It is a potent instrument that has the ability to alter how we relate to people and influence the environment we live in. From Sinek's speech on the scientific merits of compassion, the following main points can be drawn. Kindness causes the release of oxytocin. The hormone oxytocin, which is made in the brain, is essential for building trust and social bonds. Our brains release oxytocin during acts of kindness, which fosters sentiments of love, connection, and generosity. This can have a significant impact on our connections with people and help us forge deeper bonds with them. Kindness spreads easily. According to research, acts of kindness have a cascading effect that affects others. People are more likely to treat others nicely when we are courteous to them. This starts a positive domino effect that has the potential to reach beyond of our communities. Kindness lessens tension. Being kind to others benefits both parties, including ourselves. According to research, being kind to others might lower stress levels and increase emotions of well-being. Our physical and mental health may be significantly affected, leading to an improvement in our general quality of life. Kindness increases output. We are more likely to be effective and engaged when we operate in settings that are characterized by compassion and positivity. Building trust, encouraging collaboration, and fostering a sense of purpose via kindness can all lead to a more successful and fulfilling work environment. Kindness increases client loyalty. Customers' loyalty can be significantly impacted when firms treat their clients with love and generosity. Customers are more likely to stay loyal to a business and promote it to others if they feel valued and appreciated. Increased customer retention, profitability, and satisfaction are possible results of this. In conclusion, kindness is an incredibly potent instrument that can change both our personal and professional life. It can enhance our relationships, lessen stress, and increase productivity by encouraging feelings of connection, trust, and well-being. We can all gain from showing kindness to others and fostering an environment of positivity, whether we are leaders, workers, or ordinary citizens. Mother Nature has a mechanism built in to encourage us to be good to other people. Oxytocin is what it is called, and more of it we have, the more likely we are to do good. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. For more videos, like this and subscribe.